Okay, so you want to start with 1D?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is from the review. Okay, so did you even attempt it? Like, how did you do anything, or are you just stuck from the start?
I started with it,
Okay,
and I'm not sure where to go.
so what did you write?
I just expanded it without the factorial, so n minus 4 times n minus 5 times n minus 6.
And when you say times, how are you?
Brackets.
Okay, good. And then the problem is here is that because it just says evaluate, it doesn't say solve. This is all you can do. This is it. You did the work. Yeah, this is it. Now, the only thing I would add is times ... And what number do factorials always start with or stop with? Yeah, so I would just do that. So do you want to try E based on what I just did?
Yep.
So n factorial equals?
Equals n times n minus 1 times n minus 2.
And then you know you could keep going on forever, but
Yeah, ...
don't forget the times ...
Yeah.
And then 1.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any other ones you want to review?
Question 2.
Okay.
I think I did it, I'm just not sure.
Okay, so why don't we try it together, okay? Because I know you're not the only one to have troubles with this. Okay, so what did you do?
I expanded the top.
Okay, so what did that give you?
2 times n plus 2 times... No, 2 times... Oh, crap.
That's okay.
I messed it up. I wrote the question wrong.
Oh.
So, 2 times n minus 2 times n minus 3.
Hold on, is it?
Wait.
Do you have the same question as I do?
Yes, Yeah.
Okay, so if
Plus
this happens, where are you stuck? Because I can't see what you're doing, so like what's going through your mind?
Like the first... It's... Oh, man.
It's okay. Which one do you want to expand first?
The top?
Yeah, I would do the top because the top is like higher than the bottom and the top will bring you to the bottom. So let's expand the top.
2 times n plus 2
Yeah, times.
times n plus 3.
So it's not plus 1, it's always minus 1.
Oh, okay.
So n plus 2 times n plus...
Plus 1
Yeah, times.
times... Would it be n plus
Just
0?
n. Yeah, you could put plus 0 if you want, but you don't have to.
Right. And then times n minus 1.
And then times.
N minus 2.
But when you end, you can't just put n minus 2, you have to put n minus 2.
Factorial.
Yeah. So now I do this. And I cross those out, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you could keep going at this point. What do you do at this point?
Like terms?
There are no like terms because you're multiplying.
Right.
So we have to multiply this stuff. So at this point, this is multiplying binomials for some stuff. So I'll kind of review that with you. I'm sure you've done it at some point in this course, but let's do n times n first.
N squared.
Good. What's the next multiplication?
N times 1.
Yeah, which is?
N, or n, just n,
Yeah, and what sign goes in front?
would be plus.
Yep. Now keep going. Don't forget the 2 times the n.
Yeah, 2n.
Plus 2n.
Yeah,
And then?
plus 3.
Don't forget that you're multiplying, not adding.
Oh yeah, so 2.
2 times 1 is 2. That's right. So I need a bracket around that because there's a multiplication with the 2 in the front.
Oh yeah.
So you just can't forget about that 2, okay?
Yeah.
Now let's go ahead and multiply the n times the n over here. We're kind of doing a couple things at the same time. So
And
n times
so
n,
squared,
n squared.
and then negative n.
Good. Now, do you see anything you can simplify here within the brackets? Because now you're adding some stuff inside
Yeah,
this.
right. You can go 3n.
Yeah, because 1n
n
plus
squared
2n.
3n. Yeah.
So it'll be 2 bracket n squared plus 3n. You can't do anything else, okay?
Yeah, plus 2.
There we go. Now you've got more multiplications happening. So you have a choice. Why don't we multiply the 2 in?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and do that. Tell me what that gives you.
So 2n squared.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay.
Plus 6n
Yeah.
plus 4.
Okay.
Is that still in a bracket?
That's still in a bracket, and I have to rewrite this, right?
Yeah.
Good. So now there's still more multiplications happening, and there's quite a few of them. So we'll go ahead and multiply from here. So go ahead.
Go like between the two brackets?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be 3n cubed.
So when you're multiplying, remember that 2 times 1 is 2. So
Right.
you're right with y cubed.
2n
2n to the power of?
would be 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when you multiply bases with the same variable, you have to add the exponents.
Okay.
So you multiply the numbers, but you add the exponents.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next one? 2n squared times negative n.
Would that be just 2n
Close. What sign goes in front?
plus
2n squared times negative n.
minus, yeah.
Okay, and you have an n squared times n. So it'll be to the power of?
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're done with the 2n squared. Let's do the 6n. So what is 6n times 1n squared?
6n squared?
6n to the power of?
2?
3. Yes, why?
Because there's 3 n's.
Well, there's 2 here, right?
Yeah.
And there's 1 here, and that's why it's 3. Okay, and now we're going to do 6n times negative n.
Just 6?
It'll be close to 6, but it's... What number's in front of n?
Minus.
Yeah, minus
1.
6. And what about your n's?
Squared?
Yeah. So, minus 6n squared. Okay, and now we got to do the 4. So 4 times n squared.
4n squared?
Good. And then... Say that again.
Plus 4n squared?
Plus 4n squared, yeah. And then?
And then minus 4n?
Good. So you just have to be careful when you're multiplying letters and numbers at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay? You know how to do it. It's just that, and most students will have this problem. It's at this part right here. So I'd say maybe retry this on your own. We're not done yet though. So what do we have to do to continue simplifying this?
Like terms?
Yeah. So there's no other... Uh-oh, my pen just stopped. Oh, there we go. There's no other, n to the power 4s.
Yeah.
So we're done with that.
So minus 2n cubed plus 6n cubed?
Which is?
Plus 4n cubed.
Good. So you're okay with adding. Maybe it's just reviewing your multiplication, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
And then your squareds?
Minus 2n squared.
And then your n's?
Minus 2n squared. And then minus 4n.
And that's all you can do.
Yep.
I don't ask you to solve. Okay? So you don't have to solve for n at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other questions?
Well, no, I think that's good.